Hello, Father.
You're looking well, Susan.
Really? How would you know?
How's your aunt?
She's fine. She had a bad spell when she heard you were coming.
Probably indigestion. Your car outside? Give me the keys. I'll drive. It's been a long time, Sue. Too long.
15 years too long as far as I'm concerned.
When you're bossing an organization like mine, every day belongs to a couple of hundred other people.
Then what brought you to England? Have they all gone on holiday or something?
Okay, Sue. We'll play it your way.
Look out! There's someone in the road.
I see him.
But he's gone.
That's right.
You'd have just run him down.
There wasn't time to stop.
I didn't say there was.
Then it's just as well that I was driving, isn't it?
You'll have to find him.
No chance of that. But he'll find me. He usually does.
Good morning, Jeannie. How are you? That's a very nice outfit. It's very attractive. Hey, Jeannie, how much did it cost? This wall could do with a coat of paint, Jeannie.
Fine, Mr. Kirstner. The Royal Chester Club in the smoking room. I'll be there. Goodbye. Kirstner? Now, where have I heard that name before?
Jeannie, I mean, Jeff. Jeff, you've got to help me.
What's the matter, Marty?
Well, we've known each other a long time now, haven't we? I mean, long enough to speak man to man.
Or man to ghost. What's wrong?
Well, I want a straight answer.
Go ahead.
You'll never believe this, but I can't even talk about it. But there's no sense in hiding things. I've got a right to know.
Of course you have, Marty. I'll go even further. You'll be the first I'll tell as soon as I know what you're on about.
Morning, Jeff.
Hello, Jeannie.
That's what I'm on about, Jeff. Her, Jeannie. And I thought you were a friend of mine.
What about Jeannie?
She's got a boyfriend, that's what. And you never said a word.
Oh. Did you go out last night, Jeannie?
No, why?
Oh, just a thought. I heard you'd found yourself a new boyfriend.
Oh, really? Who told you that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
She's got one all right, Jeff. She's just being devious. And a right weird-looking fellow he is and all.
Jeannie, I've got an appointment at the Royal Chester Club.
Okay.
I'll be back after lunch.
Righty.
Don't go, Jeff. Listen.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm surprised at you, Jeannie. I'm really surprised. I've been very faithful to you. I've never looked at anybody else. I gave you everything you wanted. New carpets for the lounge. I took your mother with us to Mallorca. What do I get? Nothing. And that lipstick doesn't suit you either.
Can I help you, sir?
Yes.
Mr. Randall,
Yes?
shall we sit down?
Surely. What are these for?
A retainer?
Jeff, I've got to talk to you about Jeannie.
Not now.
Jeff, it's serious. Will you listen?
Marty.
What?
Vanish!
You said on the phone your name was, Kirstner.
That's right, Paul Kirstner. I arrived from New York yesterday.
Paul Kirstner.
I'm in property.
Oh, yeah. That Paul Kirstner. I thought I'd heard the name before. You're behind about every racket in the States. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Kirstner. You've just wasted my time and yours.
Oh, I don't think so. You've got a clean license, and working for me isn't going to change that.
Doing what?
Looking after my daughter, just while I'm over here.
Well, from what I've heard, you've got plenty of men to do that kind of work.
Maybe. You want the job or not?
Why me?
The people I might use over here are the very kind I want kept away from Susan. Now, you name a fee and I'll double it.
What's the other reason?
Have you any idea what it's like to be haunted, Randall?
Have I ever?
I don't just mean by the past. I mean by prejudice, hate. People who have sworn to see you dead, and you don't even know who they are or why they put your name down.
You're breaking my heart. Any minute now, be their hearts and flowers bitten, I'm just a victim of circumstance. Of course, it's not your fault that you made $1 million out of every crooked angle in Chicago.
Okay, okay. You have it your way, but you're good, and you're clean. Now, do you keep the smoke away from my girl or not?
What makes you think there's going to be trouble?
There's always trouble. Only in New York, I can handle it. Okay, Randall, I've told you the score. Now I'll let you decide.
Jeff, you've got to help me.
I can't help feeling there's more involved in this than you're prepared to tell me.
Are you all right, gentlemen? Are you all right?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, we're okay.
Yes. Did you do that, Marty?
No, Jeff, I didn't. Listen, I must talk to you about Jeannie.
The bracket's broken. That might have been a very nasty accident.
Yeah, look, don't you worry about it.
Thank you, sir.
If it was an accident.
Well, why not? Brackets do break.
Yeah, especially around me. That's the third one this year.
Jeff, this is one case we can't afford to take.
Listen, Randall, it may help you to decide if you'd come out and meet my daughter.
Why not?
Hey, dreamer.
This way. This is my daughter, Susan. Susan, Mr. Randall.
How'd you do?
Nice place.
We like it. I suppose you'd like a glass of whiskey. We haven't any bourbon.
Well, it's a bit early in the day for me, but you go ahead, Miss Kirstner.
My aunt's in the garden. I'll tell her that the detective is here.
Yeah, don't spoil her day. Besides, I'd rather talk to you alone.
Okay, I've got some calls to make anyway. I'll see you later.
Your father seems to think somebody's trying to kill him. Are you for or against that?
I had hoped you'd be staying for tea, Mr. Randall. I haven't seen my father since I was 8. We used to spend the summers together.
Must have been cozy.
Was it? On my last visit, he spent most of the time in court trying to get off a charge of extortion and tax evasion.
Did he?
Found him not guilty.
But you went ahead and pronounced sentence.
I bet you'd believe in fairies and be scared by ghosts. Well, if you're here to protect my father, I can't really ask you to leave.
I think he can take care of himself. He's more concerned about you.
Then you're wasting your time.
Jeff? Jeff? There's something crazy going on here.
It's that kind of place.
No, seriously. There's a character here who's, well, he's Jeannie's boyfriend.
Is it a full moon, or have you been at the incense again?
No, Jeff. He was in her apartment this morning. That's what I was trying to tell you. Now he's here with Kirstner.
Well, let's ask him.
He's in there now, Jeff. Come on.
Oh, Mr. Randall, this is my aunt, Mrs. Maddox.
How do you do?
My pleasure. Excuse me.
You should get on very well with your father.
Yes, Randall, you want something?
I was wondering if I could have a word with your friend.
Friend?
He was in here, Jeff.
The man who was just here.
You've got the wrong room, Randall. There's no one else in here.
He's lying, Jeff.
Have you been here all the time?
Listen, Randall, I don't know what you're getting at. Who is this, friend?
Oh, just an idea. Sorry to have bothered you.
Jeff, I saw him as clearly as you can see me.
Would you care for some tea, Mr. Randall?
Yes, please, thank you. Did you see anyone else come out of the study?
No. Apart from Mr. Kirstner, we're the only ones here.
I'll drink to that.
I'm worried about you, Marty.
He was in there, Jeff.
How about Jeannie? When did you see him with her?
This morning. I popped round to see her, and this fellow was there.
Doing what?
Well, she was just leaving, and this fellow was, he was...
What, Marty?
Well, he was coming out the bedroom, Jeff.
Eh? I never thought I'd see the day. For 2 pins, Marty, Don't you know Jeannie better than that?
But I saw him, Jeff. He had a white suit on, and he was laughing all over his face. Jeannie! Jeannie! Jeannie, what happened? Jack!
Thanks a bunch. Now what's wrong?
Jeannie's in trouble. I warned you, Jeff. I told you there was a man there.
Now slow down, Marty. What kind of trouble?
She's lying unconscious on the floor, that kind of trouble.
What? How?
How should I know? I heard her scream, I dashed round there, and when I got there, she was, well, she was just lying there. Jeff, you've got to get round there right away.
Yeah, right. Any signs of violence?
No, Jeff, but it must be this character, this fool that keeps hanging about.
But you didn't see it?
No, Jeff, I didn't. Come on, hurry up. I'll leave it, Jeff. There's no time for that. Leave it.
Now, hang on.
There's no time, Jeff. Leave it.
Randall. Yeah, just a minute. It's for you.
Oh. Who is it?
Jeannie, who else? Sorry, love, what were you saying?
I was wondering if you were going into the office this morning.
Yeah, no, I've got to go down to the Kirstner place. Any special reason?
No, I just thought I'd take the morning off.
Any messages?
Yes. Ask her why she's taken to sitting on the sleeping room floor.
No, I don't mind, love.
Nothing wrong, is there?
I don't really know, Jeff. I think I've just been overdoing things a bit lately.
What's the matter?
Oh, no, it's all right, Jeff, really.
Uh-huh. Now, perhaps you'll listen to me in the future.
Quiet. Look, Jeannie, if anything's happened... It's no good keeping it to yourself.
Well, I'm not sure, Jeff. I mean, it's happened once or twice lately, and and then again this morning.
What happened this morning?
Well, I could have sworn that there was a man in the apartment with me.
A very odd man standing right behind me.
Right. I told you that yesterday, but you wouldn't believe me, would you? I'm just a ghost, aren't I? Fine for looking round corners and blowing up balloons. But when it cocomes to real detection, it's razor-edge Randall.
Shut up, Martin. Get over there. See what you can find out. Look, Jeannie, I'm
Coming over.
No, Jeff, really.
Yeah, don't argue. You can tell me all about it on the way down to the Kirshner place.
I'll be seeing you.
Now relax. He'll be here in 5 minutes. And don't you worry, Jeannie. We'll find him.
Sure you will, Marty. But then what are you gonna do?
You're psychic.
Yeah, you might say that. Permanently.
She can't see you.
Not right now. But if I really work at it, I can have her in hysterics in no time at all.
You're a ghost.
And you call yourself a detective? You're nearly as stupid as Elliot Ness.
Put that vase back. It's a wedding present.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now listen to me, whatever your name is. You leave my wife alone.
Well, if you're gonna get technical about it, she's really your widow.
Never mind all. You're solid.
And so are you, fella. To me.
Ow!
Now you better sit down and listen.
How did you do that? With a cigar and the clothes.
Well, I've had 35 years to practice. How about you?
12 months.
Well, after you've been at it for a little while, you might pick up a thing or two. Of course, it does require a superior intellect.
You don't look very superior to me.
Don't get smart now, fella. Not if you don't want to see your little widow get hurt.
What do you mean? Jeannie hurt.
You got a nice little operation going for you around here. Play your cards right, nothing's gonna change.
What cards?
Kirshner. Paul Kirshner.
I see. So you're haunting him.
Hunting him. And now I've got some help. Your kind of help.
Well, how can I help? I can't keep up with you.
You got a partner, haven't you? A partner that can rub out Kirshner anytime I give the word.
What?
Look, Jeff, you really needn't have come over, you know.
Look, if someone's hanging about, I'm not leaving you on your own until we know what's happening.
Jeff. Jeff, I've got to talk to you. We've got problems.
Jeannie, you better pack a weekend case.
Why?
Look, I'll feel a lot happier if you stay with Susan Kirshner. That way I can keep an eye on both of you.
Oh, Jeff, I really don't think
Now,
it's...
darling, don't argue. Just go. All right, Marty, what's it all about?
Well, can't you see him? No, of course you can't.
Well, come to the point.
Jeff, I want you to drop the Kirshner case. Tell him to get somebody else.
You better be careful what you say, Marty.
It's a perfectly straightforward case.
Jeff, just drop it.
Marty, I'm warning you, don't foul it up.
Don't you threaten me.
Threaten? Marty, stop playing games. What are you on about?
Games, Jeff.
Oh! What are you doing, Marty? Marty?
What have you got to? Come back here.
Jeff, what are you doing?
Looking for clues.
Oh. I'm ready.
Oh, fine.
Marty. Next time I'll really work you over.
But you can't. I mean, I'm a ghost.
What do I look like? One of the Untouchables?
Yeah, well, next time I'll be ready for you.
Sure, sure. Listen, Marty, we're both in the same league. You're the only one that can help me get Kirshner.
Why should I?
I'm not playing around, Marty. I can fix that name of yours real good if I have to. And maybe even Randall.
You're bluffing. If you could do all that, you wouldn't need our help to get Kirstner.
Listen, Kirstner's got more lives than a cat. I've crashed his car 4 times, set fire to his office and his apartment, put him in a river. In 1943, I nearly got him with a hand grenade.
In the army?
You must be kidding. Kirstner? Yeah, he was selling them on the black market.
You ought to be arrested.
One time he spent a fortune trying to get me exorcised. But you don't shut Bugsy the Smarter Spaniel up that easy.
So he does know about you?
Of course he does. That's half the trouble. He can sense it when I'm around. He won't even strike a match on his own these days.
Do you mean to tell me you've been after him for 35 years?
More than 35 years. I've watched him cheat and steal and blackmail and murder. He's beaten the rap so many times they don't even bother trying anymore.
I knew he had a bad reputation, but murder?
I can give you a list as long as your tombstone. And right at the top is the name Smiler Spaniel.
Smiler?
Smiler. You've heard about the death wish. Well, something like that happened to me. I swore I'd never rest till I put him where he put me.
All right, Smiler, all right. Come on. How did it happen?
Well, it was in Chicago, just before they ended Prohibition. We had our eye on a nice little bootlegging operation on the north side of town. Only in those days, Kirstner's idea of a takeover bid had nothing to do with stocks and shares. There's Kirstner. There I am. Watch it.
And there you are, partner. $1 million worth of booze.
You did a good job, Bugsy.
Well, it was your plan. You gotta take some of the credit.
Not some of the credit, Bugsy. All of it.
I thought we were partners.
Not when your gun is empty. And mine is loaded.
I can't watch it. Why, you dirty double-crosser?
That's right, Bugsy. I'm dissolving the partnership now.
I'll get even with you, Kirstner. I swear it. I'll get even with you.
Bugsy! Bugsy?
And I've never been so close to getting him as I am now.
Look, Bugsy, I know it's a pretty rough way to go, but you can't expect Jeff to do anything.
Can't I? Listen, he's gonna do exactly what I tell him to do. And if he doesn't, I'm gonna really fix that dame of yours.
Marty, you've come up with some weird ones in your time, but this one's out of sight.
Any minute now, you'll be telling me that you don't believe in ghosts.
Okay, so this Bugsy character exists, but you don't expect me to believe he's going to start knocking me around, do you?
Well, perhaps not you, but what about Jeannie, eh? I mean, Jeff, you know what he did to her this morning?
She was asleep. She probably dreamt it.
Dreamt it? Dreamt it? He comes into my flat, he scares Jeannie, she's terrified, he knocks me about in front of you, he makes me disappear. What more do you want, Jeff? Ectoplasm?
Okay, so he got a ghost gangster hanging about, but he can't expect me to chop Kirstner.
Shh, Jeff, not so loud. All right, all right. But how do we stop him getting at Jeannie?
Well, you're the ghost. You sort him out.
Just like that?
Well, I can't do anything, can I? And if I start telling Jeannie that her late husband is being blackmailed by the ghost of a Prohibition gangster, she'll go spare.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. You're a great help, you are. I don't stand a chance against Bugsy. He's had 35 years to practice. I mean, I can't even get a cigarette.
So what's that got to do with it?
He smokes cigars all the time.
Look, our only chance is to get Jeannie away somewhere.
You haven't seen him, Jeff. He's ruthless. He's got shoulders on him as big as that. And he's as tall as... He's here, Jeff.
Bugsy? Where?
He knows what he has to do?
Now, look, come on. You can't expect him to kill somebody in cold blood.
Why not? Kirstner did.
What's he saying? What's he saying? He can't understand the problem about murdering a murderer.
Well, you tell him murdering what it used to be.
Murdering what it used to be.
Not here, anyway.
Not here.
All right. Okay, then. We'll just have to do it the hard way.
Now, watch it, Bugsy. Don't you start anything. He's gone, Jeff. He's gone. He's gone after Jeannie.
What? Well, don't just stand there.
Bugsy, I'm warning you.
Yeah, sure.
What are you up to? You better stop this, because if you don't, I'll... Where's he gone? Bugsy!
Who's that?
It's me, Marty. Bugsy! I'm sorry, Jeff. Jean! It's all right, love. It's all right. Take it easy. Jeannie?
Oh, the face, Jeff, where is it?
Just relax. Take it easy, love.
You did a great job.
Where is he? He's gone, Jeff. He's dangerous. You should have seen the lightning. You've no idea what he can do.
Oh, play for time.
How?
Well, tell him you think you can persuade me and find out all you can about him.
Right. But he's probably listening to us right now.
Jeannie, you've been overdoing things. I've never seen you so jumpy.
Jumpy. Jeff, I saw him as clearly as I see you.
What, in the dark?
It was a face in the mirror. A horrible face.
That old portrait reflected.
I don't know. What with the lights?
Look, Jeannie, the eyes play funny tricks, especially in the dark.
Oh, this morning.
Forget it, hon. There's no one in this room but you. So why don't you get ready for dinner, eh?
All right. I'm sorry, Jeff. It's not like me.
No, it isn't. See you soon.
Oh, Randall.
Yeah?
Will you come in for a minute?
Sure.
Sit down.
Thanks.
Whiskey all right?
It'll do.
I'm going into town tomorrow on some business.
Have fun.
Tell me, how much do you know about my setup in the States?
Well, I know you were one of the wheels in the old syndicate. Only now it's a property corporation with marble pillars and a pension scheme.
Times have changed.
But the rackets haven't.
I said times have changed. The trouble is, some of the people haven't. They might try and even up a few things when they know I'm here.
I wouldn't be at all surprised.
Look, I can take care of myself, Randall. Don't you worry about that. But if they get their hands on Susan...
That depends if they know you're here.
Not now. But if word gets out that I'm going into London, a man called Lacey might put two and two together.
Well, don't go to London.
I said I've got business.
Look, you'd save us all a lot of trouble if you took a plane back to the States tomorrow.
Tell me, Randall. Do you carry one of these?
Now, tell him right now. Yes, now. Now! Jeff.
No, I've never felt the urge.
No, he gave it back to him. He had him cold. One squeeze, one lousy squeeze on the trigger.
Okay, Randall, let's see about dinner.
Jeff's the cautious type, aren't you, Jeff? I mean, how did you know that Kirshner didn't give him an empty gun?
Maybe he needs a little more persuasion.
Oh, no, Jeff's all right. He'll do it, I promise you. When he gets the right, he'll do it.
He'd better.
Hey, Bugsy? Bugsy?
This must be a pleasant change for you, Mr. Kirshner. Back again after, how long is it? 15 years?
Mrs. Hopkirk?
Oh, no, thank you.
Mr. Randall?
Please, thank you. Basking in the warmth and affection of your family. Nice.
Don't be smart, Randall.
And you, Paul?
Black.
I was just making conversation.
I'm sorry our hospitality can't be a little more cheerful, Mrs. Hopkirk.
Oh, that's all right. It's very kind of you to have me here.
Perhaps you'll come again sometime. When things get back to normal. When are you leaving, Father? It would be nice to know. After all, it isn't every girl who can take a bath with a detective outside the door.
May I?
I'm going into town tomorrow, then I'll be taking the next flight back to New York.
Feel free anytime you want a bath, Miss Kirshner. You'll be quite safe.
If you knew Susan's father as we do, Mr. Randall, perhaps you'd understand a little better. Excuse me.
Having fun?
Hilarious.
I thought it was rather pathetic, actually.
Yes, I suppose it was in a way. Whichever side of the tracks you come from.
Jeff, I've got to talk to you.
Is he really as bad as they say?
Worse, probably.
Then why are you taking the case?
Extenuating circumstances.
Jeff.
But look, Jeannie, we don't want any more hallucinations, so why don't you have an early night?
What a good idea. It's been a fascinating evening, a laugh a minute.
Good night, Jeannie.
Good night, Jeff.
Jeff, Bugsy's up to something. He's been gone for over an hour now.
Perhaps he's had an accident.
Or maybe he's planning one for Jeannie.
How could he? Anyway, Kirshner will be gone tomorrow.
But, Jeff, you haven't met Bugsy. He's capable of anything.
Such as? That wasn't...
No, Jeff, it wasn't. And he did say that he set fire to Kirsten's apartment.
That's right, Marty. And there's not a fire extinguisher in the whole dump.
Jeff, he's arrived. He's sitting next to you.
Now, look, you've got to be reasonable about this, Bugsy.
Tell him there's been a change in plans. I don't need a trigger man no more.
Jeff, it's all off. And he's over here now.
All I want him to do is use that phone. And then we'll be squared.
Use the phone?
That's right. One phone call, now. And I won't go near the dame no more.
What's he saying, Marty? What's he saying?
Jeff, he wants you to use the phone just once, and he'll leave Jeannie alone.
So what are we waiting for?
Well, I'm not so sure, Jeff. We should...
Marty, shut up.
What's the number?
London, 01-246-8090.
It's London, Jeff. 246-8090.
And the message?
Tell him he's speaking for Paul Kirshner.
He wants you to say you're speaking for Paul Kirshner.
Hello? I'm speaking on behalf of Paul Kirshner.
And if there are any messages...
And if there's any messages...
If there are any messages...
You'll find him with his daughter.
Now, wait a minute, Jeff. We can't do this.
That's enough.
Come on, Marty, come on.
You'll find him with his daughter.
And if there are any messages, You'll find him with his daughter. Now, wait a minute. Oughtn't I to know who I'm speaking to?
Watch it, Jeff. He's sitting there.
Why not? The one guy with a better reason for killing Kirshner. Jack Lacey.
Lacey?
Lacey?
I bet he's buying a REIT right now.
Seen anything?
No, there's no sign of Bugsy either.
I's probably gone with Kirshner.
I suppose it is possible that Lacey won't come.
Yeah, he could have been struck by lightning. You keep your eyes open. I'm going back to the house.
Boo. Marty. Night-night, Marty.
We'll leave the car here.
Tea, Mr. Randall?
Oh, Jeff, please sit down. You're making me nervous.
I'm sorry.
My father really has got you brainwashed, hasn't he?
Let's just say the sooner this case is finished, the better I'll like it.
Oh, it has turned cold. Is there a window open, Susan?
I'll close it.
Jeff, what's the matter with you? You're behaving like someone who's expecting an invasion.
Oh, I'm just edgy. It probably means nothing.
I think it does, Jeff.
Steady. Just step into the room, nice and slowly. Sit down. All I want's poor Kirshner.
Mr. Kirshner's in London. He won't be back until this evening.
Oh, Auntie.
Good. We'll wait. Tea, anyone? Have you hidden the car?
Down the road.
Okay. Anyone moves, use it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff. There was nothing I could do. He came up behind me.
You know what your trouble is, don't you, Marty? You're out of condition. You're getting soft. Why don't you try a few press-ups or something?
Reading out loud, Randall.
Yeah, no, just getting through to headquarters on my wrist radio.
If you've got any bright ideas about warning Kirshner when he arrives, I wouldn't advise it. Not with ladies present.
Now, why should I warn Kirshner? Who do you think phoned you last night, Lacey? I hear you had a little problem to settle. So have I.
Then why call me?
Right kind of help?
Okay, but keep out of it. I've waited too long to get a chance at Kirshner.
Must have a good reason.
I've waited 5 years for him to come over. I knew he would sooner or later. So you're a spectator. That's all.
Randall's not fooling me, Marty.
They were just talking, Bugsy.
Okay, will you tell him I've got my eye on him every second?
What was all that about?
Bugsy's getting nervous, Jeff. He stopped smiling. We can't try anything while he's here.
You can.
Oh, come on, Jeff. You don't know how good he is.
All we've got to do is attract their attention for a few minutes.
But how? They can't see him or me.
Exactly. If you can get Bugsy mad enough, they might see a few things that'll surprise them, right?
Randall.
He's arrived, Jeff.
Not a sound. Anyone?
Where is he now, Marty?
Who?
Bugsy.
Oh. He's still by the window, Jeff.
All right, Marty. He's all yours.
Yes, oh. Listen, Bugsy.
Yeah, what do you want?
Bugsy, How does that grab you, Bugsy? You've been dead so long, you've forgotten how stupid you are. Do you know that?
Marty, I'll kill you!
Come on, Bugsy, you're slipping. Come on, Bugsy. Where's the big smile gone, Smiler? Hey, Bugsy, how's your foot? That was childish, Bugsy. That was pathetic. Watch this.
Hey, what the?
Don't look at me. I haven't moved.
How does that grab you, Bugsy?
You.
Over here, Bugsy.
Okay, Marty. Okay, boy. You've asked for it now. You have asked for it. Where'd you go, Marty?
Come on out, Marty. I'm gonna give you a fat lip. Marty? Marty, where are you, Marty?
Bugsy. What's the matter, Bugsy? You nervous? You got a weak heart? Come on, Bugsy.
Stay right there. Don't move.
Bugsy.
Don't move.
Come on.
Don't move. Don't
Away you
move.
go,
Stay
Bugsy.
right there.
Oh, I wouldn't move, Bugsy. Come on, Bugsy. Oh, come on, Bugsy. You can do better than that.
Oh,
come on.
Oh.
Come on, Bugsy. And I'm going to do it again, Bugsy.
Ooh. How's that then? You shouldn't have done it.
I'm going to do it again, Bugsy. You have been had, Bugsy.
Krasner!
Thanks, Randall. So, Jack Lacey. I've heard a lot about you.
I'm sorry we couldn't warn you, Father. Shall I call the police?
The police? No, they wouldn't know what to do with these two.
But if you let them go...
Susan, you take your aunt upstairs and take Mrs. Hopkirk with you.
Now, wait a minute.
I'm on your side, remember?
Susan, please, just go. This is something I've got to take care of myself.
There are still a lot of witnesses, Kirshner.
Shut up.
You're not being very clever, Kirshner.
Clever. Listen, he'd have killed Susan as soon as he'd got me. Lacey here has had the mark on me for years. He's put word around that the only safe place in England for me was the Tower of London. Well, tonight we'll find out.
So you are as black as you're painted.
Listen, I've never been one to bury my head in the sand, Randall, ever. And I'm not going to give Lacey here a chance of coming back for Susan.
You're a fool.
Jeff, Bugsy's disappeared. I think he's gone outside.
Stay out of it, Randall. And get back. You too. Okay. Outside.
It's dark outside, Kirshner. And you don't like that, do you?
What's that got to do with it?
Bugsy likes the dark.
What do you know about that?
Just thought I'd mention it.
Listen, one more word out of you, Randall, and I'll see that you meet Bugsy Spanio personally. Now move!
Hello? Police?
Okay, turn around. Lacey, over there. Move!
Bugsy? Bugsy, where are you?
You pull that trigger, Kirshner. It's murder.
And I'll swear it was self-defense whether you go for that gun in your pocket or not. Okay. Have it your own way.
Kirshner! Over here! I had to do it. I just don't get it. He had me cold. And he suddenly starts blazing away at those bushes.
There's nothing there.
No, nothing. Quiet as a grave. Doesn't make sense.
Come on.
So Bugsy got his man?
Yeah, finally.
Well, I can't say I'll be sorry to get back to the office.
No more hallucinations.
You'll be the first to know.
Did you open the window, Jenny?
Why? What's the matter?
All this smoke.
Smoke? What smoke?
What smoke? The place is full of it.
Oh, Jeff, I think you've been overdoing it a bit lately.
Okay, Randall, this is it. This is Harry the Hatchet Hopkirk. Keep your eyes on the road. And tell that stupid broad to button her lip. Otherwise, I'll fill you full of lead.
There, is that better?
Yeah, thanks, broad. I mean, Jenny.